at first I was like really self-conscious about posting the curb clips.
You're speaking.
I really was.
Choir. Right
Yeah,
here.
I was like, oh man, I don't know. Like people are gonna be like, what are you doing, dude? Like skating curbs? Like, you're just doing
done,
slappies.
man. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
done.
like I didn't know what kind of reception I was gonna get from it, and not that I cared overly, but I was just, I didn't know.
I get you, 100%.
And out of the woodwork immediately came all these older skaters that were like, man, I got 2 kids. I work 9 to 5. The only time I get to skate is when I'm driving home past this garage, this parking structure, and I get to skate curbs for 45 minutes. And watching your videos has stoked me out so much. Like all these old dudes that were like, man, I can't skate handrails anymore, but I started watching your guys' curb videos and I'm loving it. Keep it going. Like, you got me stoked. I did my first feeble grind.
Bro.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's
Best response.
It's remaking skateboarding for people that are like past their prime, arguably.
I miss the whole slappy era, right? So for me, trying to do the slappies, and listen, you're preaching to the choir. Like I was trying to hide the slappy thing. I would like try to like have my rails the same color as the graphic on my board. Like I wasn't Instagramming stuff. Like I was a little self-conscious, you know? But then once you get into it, it's like, man, this is skateboarding. Like it doesn't matter if you're on a curb or a ledge or a fucking mega ramp.
Yeah.
Like it's all skateboarding and it's fucking fun.
There's all different types of fans, you know?
Totally.
Like there's like the 11-year-old that wants to buy Najee Houston's board 100%. For every reason right under the sun. Then there's also like a 38-year-old dude who's like, fuck, man, I want a Chris Roberts board. Like I want to go skate the Santa Monica curbs or like those ledges at the courthouse. Like that's what I want to do. Sure. You know what I mean? And like there's all different gamuts. You know what I mean? And it's cool that it's like kind of all universally accepted. Like,
and I love it, man. And even the young kids hit me up and be like, dude, I learned the slappy. Like it's cool, you know? Yeah. Because listen, some people don't have the luxury to go out and go to a skate spot or a park for that matter, and they have a parking lot in front of them.
And it's fun. I mean, the kids that can like link curb skating, like Ace Pelka or something, you know, like can link like curb skating together with other styles of skating.
Dude, Kellen James is going crazy. Like it's nice to see. I just want to see people
Aaron
skate.
Yant trips me out. That's another one.
Okay.
Like, does some crazy stuff.
Dude.
God, there's so
it's
many,
just fun. It's fun, and it's actually, you know, it. Like I said, I didn't experience that, so I'm relearning how to. Yeah, you gotta bash my board into this curb to do a crooked
I can't
line?
tell you
like,
how many.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I can't tell you how many times I've described how to do a frontside slappy on Instagram DMs. Like I'm like, it's like a slash, man.
Dude,
I just run through my thing. It's like buck that front, like get light on your feet.
Yeah.
First of all, put your feet over the bolts. That's the trick that nobody knows. Until you get comfortable. Then you can move your feet around. Mm-hmm. But your first try, feet on over the bolts.
This is a frontside slappy we're talking about.
Yeah, okay. For those that may want to know, so I don't have to DM you.
Well, just send him this clip.
And you basically like buck the front truck up as if you're going to do like a mini wall ride of sorts. Like you have to be light-footed. Like just getting that front truck on a wall would be. So you buck that front truck up and then you power slide the back truck on like power slide, you know, like, and that's why it pays to have loose trucks. Cause you know, that gives you those variations to get on the front truck and on the back truck, but then you slide out and then you stand up and you're grinding.
Yep.
And that's
easy.
It.
What about the weight on the toes and the heels? What's the weight pressure there?
I mean,
heel to toe.
Yeah. Right? Heel to toe.
Okay.
I always tell people like, with hurricane grinds, Jeff Hartzell actually taught me this one a few years ago, but like slappy hurricane grinds, heels, frontside hurricane grinds, toes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of that. Like, and feeble grinds are definitely toes, you know?
I think
front feeble grinds, heels.
Once you get used to the heel toe and once you get used to like the carving at, like people always ask me, how do you do this? And I'm like, you kind of S curve at it. You know, you go like this and then you go into it. And once you get that and like kind of using those pockets and just that heel toe thing, it starts to click.
Totally.
You know, and once you do the first like slappy crook or something, you're like,
this is how it works.
Because I wasn't a good crooked grinder, right? I couldn't sit on a crooked grind.
Yeah.
Slappy crook. 100% different story.
Nice.
I slappy and I stand up on there, and then pop over or do whatever out.
It's fun, man.
It's so much fun.
People that think it's like super easy too, like you can slam really fast skating curbs.
Those
like,
curbs will take you
like
out.
my buddies that like skate maybe like, you know, the combi or something or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, let's go muck around on curbs. They often get hurt because the slams happen in a split second.
Oh, dude, you're down.
You're already looking up, going, "What the heck? What happened?"
And plus,
You know?
the curbs are waxed to the death.
Watch the
bro.
grease.
Yeah,
Watch
it's
the
not. It's not easy.
They'll
it's
take
easier, but
they'll take you out. Those curbs.
Yeah.
If you're not careful,
you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing.
It's fun though, man. And the one thing that I do enjoy is because I was there when new people kind of show up and they're learning,
And you watch the progression.
And then you watch the progression, and then all of a sudden they're doing fucking switch crook, fake,
Yeah. Oh,
shove
dude.
it out. You're like, yo, this is fun to watch.
Yeah.
this
I've seen a
whole
few
shit.
dudes pass me up. Like, like
Right?
I got busy with work and travel, didn't make it to the curbs for a few weeks. I'm like,
God
dang, dude.
What
Yeah.
you been doing?
Yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah.
I like because you're watching the progression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And it's
literally.
pretty like pure. Like the more you skate curbs, the more you'll learn,
Yeah.
It gets people together. It's almost like a pool session. You know what I mean? It's like it's less serious, at least in my mind. You know what I mean? You
100%.
can bring coffee, you can bring a beer, you can do whatever you want. You can have fun, you can do board sides, you can flip into something if you want, you can go switch, but it's like there's no rules.
Oh my God. To me, it's just hanging with the friends.
Yeah,
Having a
it's a
good
bro
time.
down.
It can get serious though, Chris. It
It
can
can.
get serious.
It can get
bro.
serious.
One
Oh,
time
yeah.
when that fucking iPhone comes out or something, you can't do the trick. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, tempers flare.
serious,
It's
bro.
true. It's very true. I try to not let that happen though.
It's tough because I don't really get to skate that much.
Yeah.
So
I do get frustrated though. We have that OCD can't give up skater thing. You know what I mean?
it's in the mind. I can do it, but
It's like watching the contest, the past few weeks and stuff. It's like when someone gets stuck on a trick and you see it just like
it
their run
destroys
just
them.
disintegrates. You know what I mean? It's
Totally.
like, dude, don't get stuck on the frontside flip or whatever. You know what I mean?
Switch it
and
up.
same thing can happen to you on curbs. It's interesting.
It's so interesting. I love it.
But I love them.
I love
it, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
We got to get a session together.
Dude,
bro.
seriously.
Yeah.
I got to come skate these
skate
Venice
the
curbs.
That's fun times, dude.
Yes. I got to credit Lance Mountain and John Lucero for the Slappy. I don't know exactly what park they invented it out at, but supposedly they got kicked out of the park and we're just skating in the parking lot. And John is actually the one, he'll give some credit to Lance, but Lance says John is the one who invented the first Slappy. So
Really?
much respect to John Lucero.
Wow.
I never even
For
thought
getting
about that.
kicked
That's
out
amazing.
of skating a park. So
What
they
did
just,
they got kicked out for?
I know. Two of the nicest dudes.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your left.
hey,
Yeah.
hit
Right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right
Yeah,
there.
please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of.
Oh, it's like
there.
right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
The
there?
subscribe's like over to the left.
Like right over there. All right.